Hey guys, day 6. I'm gonna start putting that there so you can see every day what I'm getting done, because I'm giving myself 90 days to get this car up, running, driving, not painted, to where I could jump in it, go down the street, grab myself a sandwich, and drive it back. 90 days. Let's see if I could do it. I left off yesterday with putting these on. This is an original one that came out of another car that was perfect. I tried to save it. It's not bad. I have a new one here. This one right here. But that's for a 67 Camaro. I'll show you the difference between the two when I take these out. I'll put them next to each other and you can see the difference between the two. But I'm going to use that one, the new one, because these two, they're just not happy together. So I'm going to take my measurements off of that. I'll transfer them to this. I'll put it on, and you'll never know the difference. So the goal for today, get that done, trim the rest of this out, set this in place. I'll put my trunk drop-offs on. By the end of the day, it'll all be just zip screwed together because you got to dry fit everything, make sure everything fits, and then take it all apart again to start welding it, to put it back together again. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm really, really looking forward to getting this car done. I think it's just going to be so cool. I'll show you this panel too. I'll show you the trunk pan behind here where it sits. It's like an inch and a half, roughly an inch and a half overhang. That side, right, this side might be a little bit different. Just like this car up here, you know, that one could be an inch and an eighth and, you know, out. This one could be an inch and an eighth in. In the end, the result's the same. You know, they're not perfect. You know, if it's off an eighth one way and off an eighth another, it's a quarter of an inch right there. But the end result will be the same. But that's why you got to constantly dry fit it. Put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to get started. Again, day 6. And let's see what we can get done. Oh, I got one of these GoPro cameras. I don't know how to use them. I'm going to try to set it up to where I can do a time lapse, so you can actually see me and believe me now that I am working on the car. And I'll try to post that as well. But I'm just learning on how to do this stuff, and I'm hoping that you guys can either teach me something, or I might be able to help you with in some way in something that you're doing. These are cool cars. I'm a guy by myself in a garage, just trying to get this thing done. And you know, anybody who's got a car out there that it's sitting, just get off the couch, get out there, take the tires off, do something, start on it. You know, this car sat for 20 years because nobody did anything with it, or they just couldn't do it. Something else came up. You know, and it's a shame because this car would eventually just rotted right into the ground. So hopefully this will give you a little bit of inspiration to get done, because this is huge and I'm a guy by myself doing it. So get out there, just start turning wrenches, do something, just move forward. All right? But I'll show you how this is coming out. We'll see. Alrighty, thanks. Bye. Nice. This is what I wanted to show you. This is a 67 driver's side in a Wheelhouse. It comes up, across, it drops down, and comes back across. 1969 comes over, it comes up, goes all the way across, and back down. Other than that, they're exactly the same. The reason why 69s they come across further, because 1967 they didn't stagger the shocks. The shocks were up front, so they didn't need this extra room here. 68 and 69 they staggered the shocks, so they needed the extra room here for the shock. That's the only difference. So I'm going to take this Wheelhouse and just cut it across and back down. That's the only difference. So I just wanted to show you that, but I had to pull it off. And really the only way to explain that is just by putting it on top of an original one. That's the only way I'd be able to explain it. All right, I'm gonna keep going on this, but I wanted to show you that. All right, so thanks and see you in a bit. Hey guys, still day 6. It's the end of the day. I just can't get over how this car just slammed together. It's just crazy. I mean, I still have some alignments to do here, you know, over in here, down around in here. I haven't even touched the bottom of that yet. I haven't even looked at it yet, but it's just not fighting. This car wants to go back on the road. I've done cars where they fight you every nut and bolt. They just don't want to go back on the road. And I find the cars that don't fight you, that just, everything just goes nice and smoothly, they're just the cars that, they're the coolest ones, I think. I don't know. I mean, it's just me. But tomorrow, I'm going to disassemble everything, because you didn't see how I assembled it. So I'm going to disassemble everything. Once I dry fit everything, I'm going to disassemble it all, and I'll show you as I hang the quarters, as I do the trunk drop-offs. I tried to get the GoPro for this on a time lapse, but I couldn't figure it out. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have it all figured out. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm shooting for 90 days to get this thing on the road, and so far, I mean, I think I can get it done. Not painted, but I think I can get this car up and running and driving. I'll have the interior in it. We'll see. I mean, guys, you got a car sitting around that you haven't touched or anything, get on it. I mean, if I could get this car done in 90 days, you have no excuse. I'm a guy, this is my specialty tools, is that welder, that old compressor. Any of these tools you could get at Harbor Freight, you can get the cordless ones. You're not going crazy with tools. Get off the couch. You can get these cars done. Get them back on the road. If I can help you with anything, I'll be more than happy to. And if I'm doing something where you think I shouldn't be doing it that way, let me know. Because as much as I've done so many of these cars, but I'm always learning and I'm always looking to find a better way. So if you have a better way, please let me know. And you got any questions, just shoot them. Let me know. I'm going to show you something about these quarters, though. They're not 100%. I mean, you have to massage these things like crazy. So I'm going to show you over here. Like this right here, this stall I got to take the roof off and everything, and this will settle down. It'll relax some of this so I could kind of get it a little more, you know, smoother and neater and cleaner. But here's another thing. This lines up pretty good. It's not bad. Lines up, lines up, lines up, lines up, and then what happens right over there, right here? They did so good right to the end. I mean, they made it right to the end, and then they dropped the ball. So, I mean, it's easy enough to fix. You know, you just slice it down over here, you bend it over to where it's got to go, and then you just fill it in and you grind it down. And you'll never be able to tell, and it'll give you that nice, clean seam or consistent seam all the way. Kind of the same deal on the other side too. But I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry that I couldn't videotape me putting this together. I started this morning, I started around 12 o'clock. It's around 7 o'clock now, so it took me about 7 hours. I didn't stop for lunch, didn't take a break, because it was just going okay, you know, and I'm like, you know, while everything's still good and it hasn't really bit me yet, let me just keep going. And right now I'm stopping. This is as far as I'm going. Tomorrow I'm going to come back here. I'm going to just trim everything, make it fit, tweak it, massage it a little bit better, disassemble it, and then start welding it up. I'm going to hopefully have a GoPro set up so you can see it. So maybe you'll believe that it is just one guy doing this right now. So we'll see. 90 days. I'm hoping to get it done. Tell me what you think. Hey guys, day 7. Up there. On Toasty. You know, everybody knows Parkwood on Fire. I'm gonna finish kind of dry fitting everything. Everything in here, like these hinges, these go down over there. These are the Ys up front. This right here is this. Another bracket there. This is another one of those pads. And this is another set of hinges. I also have these right here, which I gotta clean up to weld to the... They weld up over here, like right here, and right over there. And that kind of, that kind of sets this whole thing in here. So I got a lot to do today. I got a lot done yesterday. But unfortunately, after I prep all this and smooth everything out and try to get all the body lines right, I got to take it all apart again and then slowly assemble it again, which I'll show you. I got my, don't laugh, I got my GoPro set up right there, so I could kind of like time lapse it, and you can see, and you can see this, like the start from start to finish, but before I get started on that, I want to do this. I'm going to pull the plugs out, drain the oil. And fill each cylinder up best I can with Marvel Mystery Oil. I'm going to pour it down the carburetor. And just let it ferment. I'm going to let it sit there for about a week or so. And I'll slowly, turn it a little bit, slowly turn it a little bit. Once I get a nice good rotation out of it, I'm going to drain everything out of it. I'm going to put fresh oil in there. Hopefully get it up and running. I'm going to start it right there. I'm going to start it right where it is. Maybe roll it outside so I'm not, if it does run. The exhaust is not, it's not the best. I got to show you this too. Normally these rot out here, over here. I didn't pull this out yet. But normally these rot out here and here. Those are the kind of like the bad areas of these frames. This one's in really nice shape. It's got to be cleaned up, painted, detailed, but it's in super nice shape. They do have the replacement pieces right here. I'll dig them out. I know I got them, and I'll set them in places where you kind of see how they go in. Super easy to put in. If you're kind of a little handy with a welder, which doing something like this, you should be. You don't have to be an expert. You just got to kind of know what you're doing a little bit. So that's it. I'm going to start on this today. Hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have this either dry fitted and maybe start to disassemble it. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to set it up on the time lapse, and you can kind of see that I actually do this stuff by myself. So all right, let's get started. and we'll see how we make out today. 7 days in on a 90-day, hopefully up and running car. I gave myself 90 days. Let's see if we can do it. Thanks. Hey guys, it's the end of day 7. I know it looks like the beginning of day 6, but like I say, you got to put these together just to try to get it as close as you can, as far as any of the alignments and anything. So you got to do it. The hinges, these hinges here, I just had a tough time with these on both sides. But for the most part, I think I got it pretty good. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to get a decent amount done. I'm going to have a lot of welding to do, and I'll show you. I got this on time lapse, so I can prove to you that it is just one guy. So I got it on time lapse. I'll try to download that. That's still new to me. And tomorrow when I get here, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll just do a regular video with the GoPro, and I'll show you as I assemble all this. Like, here's the overhang I was telling you about from here to here. Just different things. I'm gonna try to show you how to put it together from start to finish. Like I say, I'm no expert in this. I'm just a guy in the garage doing cool shit. But hopefully it might, if I could teach you just one thing, it's it'll make me feel pretty good. But alrighty, I hope you like the way it's coming out. Day 7 on a 90-day build. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, take care. Hey guys, it's the end of day 7. I know it looks like the beginning of day 6, but like I say, you got to put these together just to try to get it as close as you can, as far as any of the alignments and anything. So you got to do it. The hinges, these hinges here, I just had a tough time with these on both sides. But for the most part, I think I got it pretty good. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to get a decent amount done. I'm gonna have a lot of welding to do, and I'll show you. I got this on time lapse, so I can prove to you that it is just one guy. So I got it on time lapse. I'll try to download that. That's still new to me. And tomorrow when I get here, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll just do a regular video with the GoPro, and I'll show you as I assemble all this. Like, here's the overhang I was telling you about from here to here. You know, just different things. I'm going to try to show you how to put it together from start to finish. Like I say, I'm no expert in this. I'm just a guy in the garage doing cool shit. But hopefully it might, if I could teach you just one thing, it's it'll make me feel pretty good. But alrighty, I hope you like the way it's coming out. Day 7 on a 90-day build. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, take care.